Bickley Blast.
One of our few sporting miracles happened last year when ASU nearly upset Texas in the college football playoff with a team that produced only one NFL draft pick in 2025, a school that has only had 2 players drafted in the past 3 years, but that will soon be changing. Earlier this week, 11 NFL scouts attended an ASU practice, the most in the Kenny Dillingham era. One of them was the Steelers, who are scouting Sam Leavitt, a player Hines Ward compares to former Steelers great Ben Roethlisberger. It also underscores a fascinating battle brewing in the Valley. Who will be the best quarterback in Arizona in the coming months, Leavitt or Kyler Murray? Now, Murray is under a ton of pressure to finally reach his tantalizing potential, and he remains a polarizing force in the Valley. But he sounds more comfortable at the helm of an NFL team than I've ever heard him. Leavitt, on the other hand, is a fearless alpha with great leadership skills, and he reminds me of a young Dan Marino with real wheels. And in the wake of Cam Scadaboo, Leavitt might give the Sun Devils the most exciting football player in the Valley 2 years running. And on Saturday, we all get a sneak preview. Murray will play in a preseason game against the Chiefs, while Leavitt will play in the maroon and gold scrimmage up in Payson. Bottom line, whoever you like best, both will have to be great for their teams to make the playoffs, and if everything goes well, one of them will still be playing in Arizona at this time next year. All right, today's Bickley Blast brought to you by my great friends at Chapman BMW, who make luxury attainable. Find them online at chapmanbmw.com.
You know, we talk about that, but it's not really viewed like that. You know, I just like to do these practices the same as I did last year. You know, every day it's what I can do to, you know, be the best player possible and best teammate and bring people along with me. So having a little bit more of a leadership role and understand the offense better now, I'm able to incorporate people in that a little more.
It's been really good. You know, this is, I'll say, as far as all my camps that I've been a part of, this got to be up there. You know, it's got to be up there with the best. Yeah.
Tell me why. What's made this one?
Just, I mean, ball's coming out great. Seeing the field well. Not only that, though, it's not, you know, it's not one-sided. You know, we're going back and forth. Obviously, I feel like the offense is winning this camp.
Sam Leavitt from late July talking about having targets on their backs as the Big 12 champions. And Kyler Murray yesterday sitting down with Burns and Gambo talking about how camp has gone for him so far. Pretty reassuring to say this is camp 7. It's going good for him.
Yep.
Loves the way he's feeling. Yeah, there's always focus on quarterbacks.
No doubt.
But when both teams in town are going into a season with some varying levels of expectation.
Yeah.
But there's expectation on both of these guys and both of these teams. Spotlight's pretty bright on both of them.
Yeah, and Sam Leavitt, he could be a guy 2-3 weeks into the season that the Valley absolutely falls head over heels in love with. He's already a very popular athlete, obviously, from what he did last season. Basically overshadowed by Cam Scadaboo until you got to the college football playoff when Sam Leavitt and his legs kind of kept the team in the game until everybody settled down and kind of got caught up to game speed. He's got a remarkable skill set, and as Chris Cartman told us the other day, he drips alpha. He's out there in the hot sun leading. He told the story yesterday about how he went out in the field at night, lied down on the field, did his stretching, looked at the stars, and started reflecting on where he was at this point last year. And keep in mind, he's a kid that transferred from Michigan State and came to ASU, and it just shined, sparkled. And he very much wants to be in the Heisman conversation this year. In fact, his people have let everyone at ASU know, turn up the volume. This kid wants it. This kid wants the attention. He wants the spotlight. He wants the Heisman hype. Turn it up. Now, you got to have a real confident kid to take that stand.
Yeah, I use the word to describe his nature, insatiable. It certainly seems like it was that way last year. The way he played early in the season leading up to the injury kind of displayed that.
Yeah.
It was a tad reckless at times. I think that was a huge learning experience for Sam Leavitt. And Kenny Dillingham talked about that with us on a regular basis during last football season. But to take that experience and move it forward, ASU has not been in this position before. When you talk about Heisman candidacy going into a season, that hasn't happened historically at ASU.
No.
Yes, there have been Heisman candidates that have declared themselves during the season, but preseason Heisman candidates are different.
Kirk Herbstreit, I think, made a wild prediction that Mike Bercovici would flirt with Heisman candidacy. That's as far as it ever got. Predicting an ASU guy might flirt with it. This is a guy that wants to win it.
Yeah, and remember how that season started for Mike Bercovici and ASU. You want to tie in the other quarterback? Kyler Murray was on the other sideline for Texas A&M that day in Houston.
Oh, that's right.
And actually played in that game a little bit against ASU. But that was enough to squelch any flirtation Mike Bercovici had with the Heisman.
So it's going to be very, very interesting across a lot of different levels. The fact that the Steelers are potentially eyeing Sam Leavitt to kind of be the next guy post Aaron Rodgers. So when they get this year out Aaron Rodgers, well, look, they've got Hines Ward here in the program giving them great info. Mm-hmm. And if Hines Ward says, this guy's just like Big Ben, and you can see that comparison. And so very, very excited about – I'll be true. I'm more excited about Sam Leavitt than I am Kyler Murray. And I'm excited about both. But I've seen a lot of Kyler Murray. And whether or not he can make this last jump is really going to be, I think, more between the ears with him. With Sam Leavitt, it really feels like the sky is the limit. It really feels like this kid could win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, but with that, and I agree with you, I'm more excited to watch Sam Leavitt play because I have more expectation for ASU as a team. Mm-hmm. But also there's still that newness level. We haven't seen much of Sam Leavitt. We've seen 6 years of Kyler Murray, and even when he's at his most exciting, it's stuff we've seen before.
Right. And, the last time we saw Sam Leavitt was really, really good. It was in the college football playoff, right? And everything that he has done since has been the stuff of legend, giving his NIL money to teammates to make them to breed better camaraderie and chemistry and togetherness, giving money to the Pat Tillman Foundation. So I'm stoked about this, and it's funny because I was talking to one of my NFL guys about this, and they brought up that very fact that how weird it was that ASU got all the way to the college football playoff with one dude getting drafted. One. It's a fact, but the reality is there were more NFL players on that team. They're just going to shine this year. Mm-hmm. They just weren't draft eligible last year. And Sam Leavitt's projected to be a first-rounder, and as you pointed out, and as I've said a couple of times this week, Jordan Tyson is looked at to be the number one wide receiver off the board. So Sam Leavitt isn't even ASU's best player.
Well, we talked to Brock Osweiler last week, and he said Sam Leavitt's got a chance to be the guy. When it comes to quarterbacks in history of ASU football, he's got a chance to be the guy. Uh-huh. Jordan Tyson, I know it's not as glamorous a position at wide receiver, but there's been a pretty proud tradition of wide receivers at ASU that have become first-round picks.
John Jefferson.
Yeah. Charlie Taylor.
Brandon Ayuk. Charlie Taylor.
Aaron Cox. N'Keal Harry.
Our dueling Gambos are gotten rusty. We need to fire those back up.
Oh, I heard Gambo and Tim Ring do it legitimately in real time last week.
Not ironically.
Yes. Like they just started doing it. And Gamble goes, I could do this all day. I know a lot of players. I can't believe it.
What was the subject? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but it was, I think it was with college basketball. I think it was like 80s college basketball teams.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of the ones that we kind of fall into, too.
Yeah.
And then we say, like, we knew all the players from these teams. I think that's what they were going back and forth, him and Tim.
That's fantastic.
Although it was missing with that ding, 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 ding.
That is great.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.